Hey everyone, welcome to episode 25 of the Star Wars Popcast. My name is Christopher,
And I'm Patrick. Welcome.
and we've got quite a bit of stuff to talk about today. We're going to be talking about the best Jedi Star Wars Funko Pops because I don't know, I think I kind of started this trend amongst our little group of YouTuber friends. I posted my top five Jedi and top five Sith a couple weeks ago, almost 3 weeks ago now, maybe. And then you did a couple live streams. Some other people
Yeah,
did
I've
their
done
versions.
three, I think. I've done the Jedi, the Sith, the
Yeah, I
Mandalorian.
did four now. I just dropped my Mandalorian one today, my top five Mandalorian one. But we thought we'd talk about just like the best Jedi Funko Pops, not limiting ourselves just to five, because limiting it to five is a little bit tough.
Yes, it
So
is.
we're just gonna go over the best ones, I think, in our opinions, anyways. But we do have some news to talk about before that. But before we get to that, do you have anything that you picked up lately? Any new acquisitions?
Hmm. That's a really tough one to answer, Chris, because I do, and I haven't
Yeah.
even opened it yet.
Oh
So
well, wait till next week. Wait till
we
next
could do
week.
something like that. But I think I have an idea of what it is.
Yeah.
I think I got that Luke Skywalker glow in the dark that was an Entertainment Earth exclusive through
Oh, okay.
Amazon that was on sale.
Oh,
I
okay.
think I picked them up for $13.
Nice,
I
nice.
haven't opened that guy yet. It literally just arrived, so I haven't even
Yeah.
done that. Oh, what's in
So
the box? For it?
last week, last Sunday, after like because we record on Saturdays and post our episodes Monday. So last Sunday, I picked up, or actually maybe it was Monday or something like that. I can't remember. Last week, sometime I picked up like the last four Return of the Jedi Funko Pops I needed for my set. So I got
Nice.
the Luke and the two Leias, like the Leia Bouche and the Endor poncho, and what was the fourth one I needed? Oh, the Wicket, the other Wicket. So
Nice.
completed that set. I just need the Darth Vader and the Luke Skywalker movie moment. I just need to pick that one up at some point. So
I'm waiting for. I'll be honest. I mean, I've got the Chewbacca and the Luke skiff
yep,
in, and I got my Akbar. But I'll be honest. I'm a little frustrated because all my pre-orders have, like you said, the Leia, Endor, all that, still haven't received them, and yet I could have yesterday. I went to one of my local places,
yeah,
the Toy Vault, and they had the entire wave right there. I could have just picked them all off the shelf, brought them up to the counter, and
yeah,
done it. But it's just frustrating. Like I'm really debating how many of the pre-orders in the future I'm just going to pre-order if I can just walk into the store and pick them up.
yeah.
For me, trying to photograph them, I like to try to photograph them kind of as they're
While they're still
current.
new, yeah,
Yeah, as there's a
yeah.
buzz and hype around them. But
You don't want to be like Funko and take your pictures and release your pictures a year later.
no, it's frustrating because that keeps happening. Like where I'm like a month out, weeks out. Everyone's maybe talked about them, reviewed them, and I'm
Yeah,
finally getting them. So I'm a little frustrated. Again, I've said this multiple times. I feel if you do a pre-order, you should be honored by doing the pre-order by getting your Funko Pops delivered as they're hitting the store,
yeah,
not as they're in the store. You're still waiting. That's bullshit, in my
yeah.
opinion.
I get for sure. That's the same up here. So I don't pre-order online. I go into the store and pre-order. So I'm not actually putting any money down. So I picked up those four last weekend, but like they just came in. I got a call earlier this week that some of them are starting to come in. So
Yeah,
yeah,
like
I didn't buy them from GameStop.
last week I literally went up to the comic book store. I have a comic store right up the block,
Yeah,
the Time Capsule, and they're awesome. And I happened to go in last week while buying cat food. I made a quick quick jaunt from the supermarket across the way
I
to
like
my
that
comic.
cat food.
Yeah, I had to get cat food. But I went across the street and picked up the a pop that I thought I actually had. I picked up that Luke Skywalker from the end of Force Awakens or beginning of Last
Yep.
Jedi. I picked that up, and I picked up one that I hadn't had and I've wanted for so long. I picked up a Captain Phasma Funko.
Nice,
The
nice.
only thing the box is a little beat, but you know how I really don't care about boxes, so
Yeah,
it's fine. But I definitely want to photograph that one, so I'm kind of looking to do like a my BB-8 Pride. Try to photograph that and the Captain
Yeah,
Phasma here soon.
yeah, yeah. That's cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm happy to
I
pick them up.
I hear you about the pre-orders. Like it's stupid, and like it's for us too. Like we get it even later than you guys at GameStop. At least Hot Topics on top of getting their stuff for some reason.
Ooh.
I don't know. Like Hot Topic had the whole set of Return of the Jedi Funko Pops probably a month ago, maybe a little
Yeah,
longer.
and I feel like we on our popcast here
Yeah,
talked about all those pops at least a month and a half
yeah,
ago, if
and
not longer.
it's like I was trying to stay loyal to GameStop because they you buy 10 there or in Canada anyways, you buy 10 Funko Pops, they give you a coupon for a free one. But now I'm gonna go to Hot Topic and get them because they get them earlier. You get the hot cash, which I can spend on later because my hot cash that I have it's good between July, I think it's July 7th to 16th. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that they get some of the Kenobi commons in
Yeah,
maybe in that week.
I still haven't received my Luke and Vader
Yeah,
fighting in the throne room. I still haven't received my Emperor sitting in the throne chair, and that's the one I'm more concerned about because I feel that
yeah.
that will get snatched up, and then if you, but I pre-ordered
Have
it.
do you not have a Hot Topic near you?
I did order it through Hot Topics website.
Oh, it just hasn't arrived yet.
No, and I'm like,
Yeah,
what
see
is going on?
that came out like almost 2 months ago here.
Correct. So I'm gonna just and dude, I was at Box Lunch yesterday, as
Yeah,
many of the places I stopped at to just check out what pops they had, and they had the Darth Vader Luke fighting. I picked it up, and I'm like, put it back. I mean, they had the Jabba there as
yeah.
well that I
Because I
had
mean,
recently
you
picked
already
up.
spent the money, right? Like you already spent the money pre-ordering it, so it's like you don't
Yeah,
want to.
so I don't know, and I've gotten caught a couple times where you lose track easily
Yeah,
in
you
your
forget what
emails
you
what
got.
you ordered. I go out and purchase, and I don't want to have a second one and be stuck with it, or try to
Yeah,
sell it.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, I hear you, man. The
Just
pre-orders
frustrating,
are the pre-order game.
frustrating.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's why I said on the last podcast that what I'm going to start trying to do is be very selective of which ones I'm going to pre-order from now on. Like if it's like a have to want to have, I'll either pre-order it or what I've been finding very successful is going through Aussies,
Yeah,
Aussie
that's what I'm
collectibles.
gonna do for like exclusives. I think from now on, even like so I got the Jar Jar, the celebration exclusive,
Yep.
the shared version of that through my friend, and paid more than retail to get it because he orders from the states and stuff, so it costs a little bit more.
Sure.
So, but I saw reports that Toys R Us up here was getting it, and if had I waited, I could have probably picked it up from Toys R Us when it came in here when I saw it on the shelves.
Nice.
So it's like now I'm like I'm trying I'm trying to hold off on like even the exclusives because a lot of them are on Aussie collectibles, and you know what? I'll just get it with the special edition sticker and save the actual store sticker for inbox collectors.
Yeah, I mean the way I look at it is I ordered the battle damaged Darth Vader off of
Yeah,
Ozzy, and like we saw on the last episode, I mentioned what ones I had. I got the Ray on the speeder bike and a bunch of others. My
yeah, and you got your
BB-8
Akbar,
Pride,
right?
and I got the Admiral Akbar. And
I
what was nice,
saw, and I'm gonna order that Max Rebo because I saw. I don't know if you follow them. Kessel Run or Kessel, is it Kessel Hair? I don't know. It's Kessel something. Let me look it up. They're in Australia too.
so the Max Rebo is going to get released.
They already have it.
What? I was
Yes,
told that it was canceled because I ordered it and I got a message
I
saying
thought
that
it
they're not
was.
doing it.
It's still on Aussie's website, I think.
Oh, I'm going back and ordering it today then.
Yeah, I'm just looking. I can't remember what the Kessel Run Hair and Collectibles. So if people listening or watching are familiar with a channel called The Forces with Jesse, he reviews a lot of Black Series figures, but he also works at this hair and hair salon and collectibles store called Kessel Run Hair and Collectibles, and they actually got the Max Rebo in. So
Jeez.
I'm assuming that they got it from the Aussie Collectibles. I would assume.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I pre-ordered it from like Target. It was supposed to be a Target or Walmart exclusive or whatever.
Walmart. Yeah, Walmart.
I got a thing saying that it wasn't going to get made.
Yeah,
Funko,
they actually got it. This is on their Instagram
for the love of good God, that is
with a
awesome.
special edition sticker. So
Yeah,
I'm
I want that
assuming,
one for
yeah,
sure.
I'm assuming Aussie Collectibles should have it,
All right, Chris, I think we're going to have to end the podcast. We got to go make a purchase.
right? Do it live. Purchase it live.
Purchase it live.
Yes, I will be the commentary. I will we'll do like one of those. What are they?
Adding it to the cart. Success.
Yeah. What is it? Those ASR videos or ASM or whatever, where they kind of like speak softly. I'll be like, Patrick is now inserting the Funko Pop into his cart. He's clicking the purchase button.
We have a successful checkout.
Successful transaction. It will be shipping to him in 3 weeks.
But seriously, for those
Yeah, I know.
listening, I want to hear from the audience. Like, how are you guys finding the pre-orders? Do you find it as frustrating as I
Yeah,
do? And
I
Chris
mean, I do
does?
too. Yeah,
I'm very curious. I mean, how many people have
yeah,
been
and like,
pre-ordering and then getting very upset or frustrated when you have your other fellow collectors having them in hand and
yeah,
you're still sitting
and
there waiting at
Canada's
home?
not great for getting them. Like we're usually a little bit behind you guys, anyways. I mean, some stuff for I don't know, for this last wave of Funko Pops, the Return of the Jedi ones. I feel like I saw a couple of them before they were in Hot Topic down there, so that's
Yeah.
pretty good. But GameStop is always they've always been behind. Like,
GameStop's pretty good here in the sense
oh,
that
not
they
here.
do get them, but they just changed our Power Up Rewards program
Oh
quite a
yeah,
bit.
no, they're slow at getting them here. Like I said, like they just got the Return of the Jedi wave, like the almost all of them in now, and Hot Topic had it in for months, couple months
Yeah,
already.
and
So
I'm gonna see if I go. I want to see if the one place I go to, the Toy Vault, if they do like the buy two get one. Well,
yeah,
I
there you
might just
go.
pick up that whole line,
Right?
grab, literally bring up to the counter, pay for it, and then methodically go through me. And I'm like, oh, you know what? Cancel, cancel, cancel. Sorry, Target. You had my money in the pre-order, but like you are so bad at delivering. Like I got that Star Wars movie poster, and I
Yeah,
was talking to Tony from Star Wars Sith because he had it, and I was asking how he got it out of the big plastic case. Um, but when I ordered it, I had an issue, and then I just felt like, oh, I'm not going to see it again. And then, sure enough,
yeah,
like 2 months later, like, hey, we're shipping. I
right.
thought they're just canceling the order or whatnot. They were pretty good. They saw it was kind of limboed in my
Yeah,
checkout,
yeah,
so they made good, and I got it. But I mean, I'm getting tired of just waiting and waiting because by that point, you kind of lose the luster or the
yeah,
wonderment of it all because
yeah.
you're
And like
seeing it.
I made reference. You don't want to be like Funko, where it's like you wait like months to get it, right? Like you
No,
lose that
I put it this
interest.
way. I already lost some of the hype and excitement because it's released months or a year after the show or the movie's already out. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
I feel that we're missing the mark when it comes to that kind of hype
yeah,
and marketing point. Like, you want to have them right when it's there, because
yeah,
again, if a show or a movie tanks, well, guess what? A lot of the merchandise will tank too. So it's better
yeah,
to get it out there early, and I
yeah,
think Lucasfilm has done a great job. So, like, in my opinion, nothing's really flopped where it would have that negative adverse effect on the
yeah,
merchandising, but
yeah,
it could happen.
yeah. Right?
Like Last Jedi stuff. I think the reason Last Jedi pops and Rise of Skywalker pops are still out there and they're not really rare or hard to find. It's because of exactly that. The movies didn't hit well with the fans, and the fans like,
Or with some of them, anyways. Like
yeah,
I picked up most of the commons for the Rise of Skywalker right away. Same with the Last Jedi. Like, well, actually, Last Jedi I didn't because I was just kind of that was in and around when I was kind of just starting out. Like I only had maybe about 20 or 30 pops back then. So
yeah. I think
yeah,
right for me it was the Rise of Skywalker. I only really picked up a few that were like real good ones that I wanted.
yeah,
Like the Emperor, you got Rey with the both sabers, the both
yeah,
Skywalker here. Like that was a kind of neat one, and her obviously with the yellow one at the end. I really like that.
yep,
Um, the floating love power of the guy, love that.
yes,
Um, love that one. But I just felt like that the movie itself, like I really was thinking of getting that red Sith Trooper, the flying one or whatever that they had.
Yeah, that one's getting up there. That
Yeah,
one's an exclusive. I can't
it
remember.
is. And I was thinking, and I could have had it. And honestly, I was
They
so
have it on
impressed
Aussie
with.
Collectibles though.
What's that?
They have that one on Aussie Collectibles, I think,
Yeah,
for
I
like
just
$60
I
or
passed
something.
on it because I really, I mean, we saw what a 2 second interaction with that character in
It's
the
still
movie.
cool though, because it's got that
It is.
jetpack and the flying pose, right? So
Yeah, I was just
yeah,
kind of, but I might want to go pick that up, like you said, because it's
eventually,
creeping up there. You know,
yeah, yeah. But let's jump into our pop report because we got a few things to talk about
let's
on
get to our next segment,
today's
my friend.
episode.
No need to report that to him until we have something to report.
So, let's jump into a reveal, a first official reveal. This was revealed, I don't know, Thursday, Wednesday, or I think it might have been
Wednesday, Thursday.
it was Wednesday.
Yeah, I
So,
was a little confused by this one because the original image I had saw online, it kind of had some bad rendering and like
yeah, it
kind
was
of
like they
ghosty.
had the double. Yeah, they had two different images
Yeah, for a second I
overlapped.
thought we had
Yeah,
Anakin with both lightsabers. I was like, yeah. And then when I saw it was like, oh, it was a bad image, and I saw this, I was like, okay, but the two blades would have been cooler.
yeah, but this is based off of the Clone Wars. So this is
Yes.
a yeah. It's so I don't know. A few episodes ago, it might have been like actually it was with May 4th. It was a May 4th reveal. The Ahsoka and Darth Maul 2-pack from the Clone Wars.
Yep.
This is following that in that footsteps, those footsteps there, with the Count Dooku and Anakin Skywalker 2-pack, GameStop exclusive, done in the style of the Clone Wars. So the packaging is the same, like that blue and gray packaging from all the Clone Wars Funko Pops. So that looks great. GameStop exclusive. So unfortunately, I'll probably have to pre-order that there when I can. Um,
I think
but
I
look
had
at the out of
pre-ordered this
box
sucker.
image. Yeah, see, that's one of the things. Like up here, I I was just able to pre-order that Darth Vader Red Saber series Darth Vader just last week or the week before.
Yeah,
So
as soon as I
that's
saw this
just
one
up for
come out,
pre-order.
I was
Yeah,
like, this is one I do not want to miss, and
yeah.
I will
It's
put
not
the
even up for
pre-order.
pre-order here yet.
Yeah,
It's not. Yeah, so I
I
gotta wait.
really think this one they did
Unfortunately.
a fantastic job because the
Yeah,
Anakin is a different pose than the Anakin Clone Wars version with the
yeah,
same outfit but slightly different. But
yeah,
to the Funko's design team, credit given to the fact that this Dooku looks so different, and they did try to give a little more of that
yeah,
angular look
yeah.
of the
Yeah,
animation.
the pointy. I was
Yes,
that's the thing.
you
I
noticed
wasn't
that
sure.
too.
I
Yeah,
wasn't sure like if they were ever do a Dooku Funko Pop stylized as the Clone Wars because his head is very like long and pointy at the bottom, but they gave him the pointy facial
they
hair,
did kind of give
which
that
looks
beard
good,
that. Yeah,
and
it does have
kept
that
the round
look.
head of the Funko Pop at the same time.
Yeah, they
So
did a
yeah, I
good
think it
job on
looks
this
great.
one because that's kind of tough to tell him
Yeah,
apart from the normal pops that they've done, like the Red Saber
yeah,
series and the Smuggler Bounty exclusive.
yeah,
So again, those that haven't picked up on a Dooku pop, here is your third opportunity to finally jump on
yeah.
one, and a
This
2-pack at that. I mean, come
yeah,
on.
and
I
I
mean,
like this like because they're having them in these dueling poses. You got to pose them together. So I like that they're putting them in a 2-pack together. Because to
love
buy
that
these
idea.
separately, like that would probably be a little harder. Because like if one sells out quicker than the other one, and you're left with like an Anakin sitting on the shelf, but you can't get that
He's got
Dooku,
no one to fight,
right?
all dressed up with no one,
So I'm
nowhere
glad
to
they're
go.
doing it. I'm glad they're doing these in 2-packs and like just like that Ahsoka and Maul one, like great poses.
I
Love it.
actually am curious, and I don't necessarily think I'd be good enough at doing it, but I would really like to see someone take this Dooku and let's kind of give it a repaint and see if we can make it look like the Tales of the Jedi Dooku because we got that angular look.
Yeah,
I so want to see that with a blue
yeah.
lightsaber, brown,
You know,
brown beard.
I'm sure somebody will.
I'm sure somebody will. And if you guys do, anyone of our audience or fans, subscribers listening out there, if you come across an image of someone customizing their Dooku Funko Pop to look like Tales of the Jedi, please drop a link or show us a picture. Love to see it.
Yeah,
Love to see it.
yeah, yeah. But yeah, no, this looks awesome. When it does actually show up for pre-order up here, I'm gonna pre-order it. Same with that Ahsoka and Maul when that comes up for pre-order. It still
Yeah, I'm
hasn't
gonna
shown up
start
yet.
trying your trick, Chris. If you're pre-ordering from GameStop and you see it in the store, because your trick has worked once or twice. Where when I went into and I saw like, I think it was the Dooku and the Savage, I kind of walked in and hey, I'm just checking on my pre-order. Oh yeah, it hasn't come in yet. Is it? Do you see any on the shelf? I'm like, actually, I do. They're like, oh, go grab it.
Yeah.
I'm like, perfect.
So I pre-order in store. So I think if you see if you can pre-order in store, because you might not have to put any money down if you do it that way.
I think I did here. I think I had to put
Yeah.
something. I
Well,
might be wrong.
yeah.
But
Just double check.
all right, because I thought I put like something silly like $5 or something like
Yeah.
that. I put
Just be
$5.
like, you know what? Hey, I have a friend
Oh, you
that
know what it
goes into
was?
GameStop and
I used
they
my
don't give me
$5
a.
rewards. I
Oh,
had
okay.
$5 in rewards, and I just put that down as a deposit for it.
Up,
And
'cause up here we don't have to put anything down, so it's kind of nice if it doesn't come in right away and I get it somewhere else. No harm, no foul, right? So
that's a slick idea. I might have to try that. But this one I went right away because I believe this is going to sell like hotcakes. This is
oh yeah, for sure, for sure. At the very least, if it doesn't show up for pre-order here, because sometimes GameStop here just gets it in.
Mm.
It doesn't even hit their website. So
But another thing I really like about this Dooku, to me, it's that the eyebrows really sell the
yeah,
anger in him. Like
yeah,
where you don't have that nearly as much as the other two, but this one, like it looks a little more intense in his face just by those eyebrows. I know it sounds silly, it's a small detail, but
no, it's
they
true.
just did a great job with this one, making it so
Yeah,
different from
I'm
the
really
other
excited
two.
about this.
Yeah, really
Yeah,
good job.
yeah. When I saw this, I was like, oh, maybe they're getting ready to reveal all the SDCC stuff for Star Wars because there's some stuff coming.
Yeah, the only thing I would have liked
We
to see different, have his
yeah,
cape flow a little bit better because they've been killing
yeah,
that. They've been
yeah,
killing that and all these others. I was like, that was the only thing. I was like, oh my god, it's so cool. The only way it could have got a tad better to be like a 10 out of 10 was to
yeah,
have that cape flowing a little bit
yeah,
more.
for sure. They've been doing that great for the last little while, and I mentioned that in my Mandalorian top 5 video with like the Mandalorian with the dark saber and stuff like
Oh,
the
the
cape
chrome one.
flows. Yeah,
Yes.
but yeah, back to the SDCC stuff. Like I thought this was the beginning of that, but it's not. We're still waiting for reveals for that. But I heard so we reported on some rumored ones that were coming, like an Ahsoka soda, like a 3 liter Chewbacca. There was like another 3 liter one that was coming. I was watching Slapshot Pops YouTube channel. They were doing a live stream last night. If anyone doesn't follow them, check them out. Slapshot Pops on YouTube. They do some really great videos on Funko Pops, and John is a big Star Wars fan there as well. He was mentioning he heard a rumor they're doing a that they could reveal a young Princess Leia holding Lola Funko Pop for SDCC. So I'm
Well,
crossing my fingers for that one.
I'd love that because I know they have the keychain, but I'm not going to go buy the
Yeah,
keychain
no,
just
I'm
for.
not either.
No,
I'm
not for
crossing
that.
my fingers for that one. That would be fantastic.
No, the only thing I probably would get another a keychain of is I end up buying the. And I forgot to mention this the other week when we did our little reveals. Did we get anything new? I did
Yeah.
buy the Funko Wild game just to get this little guy.
Okay, nice.
Had to get.
Does he scale well with the regular size pop, or like if you grab one of your Mandalorian pops or something, one of your regular size pops, let's see how it scales there. Because I know you photograph a lot of your pops, and that's what you were kind of
Yeah, so
looking
here's a
for, right?
pop. Here's a normal
Yeah,
size pop, right? Here's
yeah,
Phasma.
yeah. I mean, I think he scales pretty good.
Yeah, he is pretty good. So
I think
I'm
he's a
gonna
little
have
bit
to use that.
bigger than when he say like Din Djarin is holding him in the hand, but I think for a photo it'll work.
Yeah, I agree. I mean,
Yeah,
here he is on the speeder bike, right?
yeah,
To give you an idea, we got him on the speeder bike here,
yeah.
and you see Grogu on here. So when I hold this guy up to it, I mean, it's
It's a little
pretty
bit
good.
bigger.
It's
Yeah,
pretty good in
slightly
scale.
bigger. Yeah,
Yeah,
but I
but
think
I
it
like it.
works.
Yeah,
Yeah,
see, I actually like. I think this fits better. Like if the Mandalorian's sitting down on the ground or whatnot. I think my big mitts are in front of that, but I think it'll look decent. So that's why I
yeah,
picked it up because I just wanted to have one, and I might still pick up a keychain because I think it'll be slightly bigger than that.
Yeah, give you a couple different options, right?
Correct.
Yeah, that'd be
Because
cool.
I do find it fun to photograph these little guys. So
Yeah, that'll be cool. So the next thing we're talking about, so these are more up your end, up your alley there, Patrick. I haven't collected any of these ones. They
I
do look
love
cool.
these. I
So
do
there's
love
a
these.
they posted an image. This is the Las Vegas Funko collectibles or Funk. I don't know, something. Funkaholics is what it is. Las
Hmm.
Vegas Funkaholics. They posted this to their Instagram, to their Facebook, and stuff. All that. The C3PO facet number 638, and it looks pretty fantastic. I like the look of it in with the reflective
Yeah, it's
finish that
that
they do.
pearlescent look
Yeah.
and that kind of like, I guess they call it jewel cuts. They're
See,
kind of doing
I
like a
saw
gemstone.
the R2D2 in person at Toys R Us last week.
What you think of it?
So I mean, it looks okay, but the C3PO looks really cool.
Yeah, I
I don't think I'm gonna pick it up though. It's not.
I have them right here. I have them right here.
You have the R2
I
and the
have them.
Vader.
Yeah, so I have the R2.
Yeah,
And and sorry about the glare there, but that really, I
yeah,
don't know if you can see some of that pearlescent, beautiful looking. And the
yeah,
Vader, if you're a Vader fan, this is just a gorgeous
yeah.
pop.
See, I think for the C3PO, it's a perfect color for that pearlescent to really shine through.
Yeah, I think so. I think
So
that yellowish gold will look kind
yeah,
of nice.
yeah,
And I heard back when the facets were first getting introduced for Disney's 100th that the rumor was they had already announced R2. The rumor was they were going to have a Vader, a
yeah,
3PO, and a Stormtrooper. And the
yeah.
Stormtrooper
So
makes sense because they've done that for like
yeah,
all the different renditions of whether it's an
yeah,
artist series, Valentine,
yeah,
whatever.
yeah. That would make sense.
Yeah, so I could see the Stormtrooper, and I think that's going to look really nice because that
And if they
white.
were right, if the rumors were right about the Vader and the R2 and now the C3PO coming, um, I would say the Stormtrooper is probably coming.
I 100%
Most
agree.
likely, yeah,
I'm gonna say the fact that after R2, I now have the Vader that was rumored. We're now seeing a visual confirmation. There is a 3PO
yeah,
produced. I'm gonna say, the room we've been hitting these rumor mills up pretty hard and really kind of seeing what's out there. And
yeah,
I'll say, Chris, 98% on
yeah,
accuracy, I would say,
yeah.
like
I would say,
really well
yeah,
on
yeah,
the scoops. So
yeah.
yeah, and
So
these look fantastic. I mean, they're not one that necessarily you in my kind of genre of photographing them, but they're just so cool looking to collect.
yeah,
I'm working on my top 5 Vader, and that probably would make the cut if I was photographing it and doing something, but it's more of just a shelf piece. But it
yeah,
is fantastic.
yeah, as a toy photographer, because your channel is all about the photography side of the Funko Pops. You pick ones that you've photographed already, so
Yeah, I try to create a scene, if you will,
yeah.
an
And
iconic
I think
scene.
that's a good way of doing it because with these top 5 videos that I've been doing, you've been doing, some of our other friends have been doing. It's up to us to interpret it how we want, right? With like which pops we choose and like how to how to show them off, and you're choosing to do ones that you've taken images of, which is it's great because you're showing off your images again.
Yeah, and the thing is, it's not just because I photographed the image. It was like the reason I probably photographed it is because it is one of my
Yeah,
favorite, right? And there's a reason
yeah,
I had that calling, that beckoning to photograph it.
yeah,
So I am excited because I do have my Vader one to drop, and I still I think the Vader is dropping this Wednesday, and then
yeah,
I'll work on the Trooper one. Um,
yeah,
but it's been really fantastic to see all the different friends of ours in the Star Wars content creator Funko
community,
creation
yeah,
community doing these top 5s. And I mean, I almost wish we had a schedule for them all because there's so many going on at one time. And it's,
yeah,
I think I missed Ricky at Pop the Bounty
yeah.
Collector.
He did a top 5 Sith the other day.
Yeah, and I missed it.
Yeah,
I ended up watching the replay, but he pulled out some bangers,
Yeah.
bangers, and like one that he pulled out, I totally forgot about, like Darth Revan. Where was my head? I totally forgot about that one. I was like,
Yeah.
damn. And it's funny because you collect these things and you have them in a box and they're on a wall somewhere. And when you're going to pull them, in my case, a photograph, sometimes you forget about that one. And I
Yeah.
had meant to photograph him probably about 6, 7, 8 months ago.
Yeah.
And it just ended up literally getting to the bottom of the stack. So to even get to him, I had to like pull like
Right.
an aisle of pops to retrieve him. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's been a lot of fun doing these tops. And I know
Yeah.
today we're going to be kind of going over ours later, like our favorite Jedi Star Wars Funko.
Yeah.
So it'll be kind of nice to have a nice culmination of the two of our kind of like things that we couldn't put in necessarily our top 5.
Yeah.
But again, some of the, we think, more eclectic, great Jedi Funko Pops.
Yeah, for sure. So the next thing on our pop report, the Pop Yourself. That's coming to the Funko website.
Finally,
Third quarter.
Yeah,
So
this is their answer, I think,
yeah,
to
in the
Hasbro.
post, it said that it's coming to the website and the two Funko shops, Hollywood and Everett, in the third quarter of this year. But I thought they already had it at the in-person locations
They
already.
do. I think they had it at the Seattle, the Everest.
Maybe this is an updated version of it.
Maybe. I think what they've done is they had it in Everest and they had it in Hollywood.
Yeah.
I maybe I'm wrong about the Hollywood. Maybe Hollywood's where they're adding it, but I thought they did.
Yeah, because in the post I saw, it said that it's coming to both locations, Everett and Hollywood, and online.
Because I believe
So maybe it's an updated version of it. But
maybe
this is pretty cool
more
because I'm
options.
hoping so. I'm hoping I can go on the website and be like, hey, I want to make myself into a Jedi or some sort of Star Wars character. As long as they have some sort of Star Wars character, I'd be cool doing that.
Yeah, I think they could do it. I hope they kind of. I mean, this is kind of like Funko's answer to
Yeah, the
the
Hasbro one,
Black
right?
Series, being able to kind of the selfie series that you can
Yeah,
do.
yeah. So
Which it's
should
not
be
too
interesting
late.
to see.
Yeah, it's not too late to my wife and children. If you want to get me something for Father's Day tomorrow, and I'll take it if it comes a few weeks late. It's okay.
Hint, hint.
I wouldn't mind.
Hint, hint.
Yeah, hint, hint. I wouldn't mind a Hasbro selfie as a Mandalorian or something cool.
Or Christmas is coming up in a few short months as well.
Yeah.
So,
but what's funny is my Masonic Lodge actually tried to create a Funko Pop for me as the worshipful master of my Masonic Lodge.
cool.
And it took forever to get a response back because I think they're going to try to send somebody out there or have a brother from a nearby lodge out there take whatever materials are needed, bring it there and get it made and then send it back. But it was going to take way too long. But they ended up making me. Did I bring it downstairs? I think I might have brought it downstairs. But they ended up making me a custom bobblehead of me as master of my. Hold on. I think I have it here. But yeah, this custom pop, that's going to be awesome.
I think it's going to be awesome too. So my question to you, sir, because we had our custom logo made by J-Riz Custom Designs, and he made you into a Jedi. Would you go with a Jedi if you're doing a physical Funko Pop of yourself?
I do too. I'd have to do too. I probably would try to get my concept by J-Riz done. And I honestly don't think it would be too hard because they already created the sculpt for that. Because that hood is based on the Luke Skywalker.
I think the whole body is based on the Luke Skywalker, if I'm not mistaken. Or Luke.
It could be any kind of Jedi robe and garb, really. But he matched the picture of what I dressed in my my cosplay when I did
he changed the colors and he did the colors perfectly.
Yeah, I mean, he put a nice little belt on, and it was just he nailed it. I think he did a great job. So if I could get that done, 100%. But I wouldn't even mind getting one as my logo with my busted tees, kind of blue with the Imperial ranking hat, just a Star Wars T-shirt, and a camera in hand. I would that's why I say I'd go for two. If I get one as a Jedi and one as my actual icon or logo, that would be cool. That would be cool.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Like, I'd love to see your kind of Darth Maul Sith looking one come to fruition. That would look awesome.
Yeah. So moving on to the next thing. So this one's pretty interesting. So I saw this posted on Twitter by Funko Pop News, and it was originally on Reddit by Reddit user Danky King, I guess is how you pronounce his username. It's so this is a peek at several pieces of concept art for canceled Star Wars / Rebels pops. So that's the post on from Twitter from I think this was the other day. This was I think Thursday. I saw this one. Um, but if we take a look at the close up images, so here's the first three. So you got that
We did get the
super
first one
the
in
super
this.
commando. Yeah, we did get that one.
We did get the Super Commando.
Yeah, and it's the exact same pose. I'm looking
Yeah.
at it in my cabinet. It's the same pose.
We did not get the
So-
red and white one, though.
No, which would be cool. That one would have been cool. That one would have been like Gar Saxon or something, I believe,
Yeah.
because he was in that.
Or the brother. Didn't Gar Saxon someone have a brother?
I'm not sure.
One of them
and
had
then-
a brother, I think.
And then
'cause
you
that's
got like
when-
Sabine with the season 4 hair with her updated outfit there.
Yes.
So and the dark saber. We
I was
kind
going to
of
say, was
got
that
a
supposed to be the dark saber in her hand? I
Yeah.
think it is.
we kind of got a version of this with the
Power of the Galaxy.
Power of the Galaxy one where she's flying. She's got her helmet on, so they kind of went a different direction with this.
Which
but
I like
if
the other
you-
direction better.
Yeah,
She's got a blaster,
'cause
dark saber, helmet.
if you notice with
and
all
the
of the
artillery.
poses on all of these images, they're still in that hero pose almost like from because when they released the Rebels pops originally, they were still in that kind of somewhat hero pose.
Yeah,
Yeah, they were kind of like in that transition phase, right? So
yeah.
so those are the first three leaked canceled concepts, like concepts for the canceled actual pops. So I think these are pretty awesome looking. So here's two different versions of what's his name, Agent Callus.
Agent Callus.
Yes,
I love both of them.
yeah.
The helmet
So
needs
I-
a little tweaking. I don't remember the dot kind of thing on his helmet at all. Maybe
yeah,
I'm wrong.
I gotta give Rebels another watch because I gotta watch it before Ahsoka comes out. But both versions like look great, and I would imagine what they were thinking is like one version is a chase and the other.
I would think
version's
that
not.
the without helmet would be the chase, probably.
Yeah, you would think so. But I mean, for the gaming greats Iden Versio, they did the helmet on as a chase, so
Correct.
it could go either way. So very cool there. And then these two are my favorite two. That like I've been talking about these two for a while. Like, why haven't they done a season 3/4 Ezra with this outfit and the green lightsaber, and then the blind Kanan?
And I was wondering if he's holding
I
his
like-
hand, but
yeah.
I think it's from Rebels when they put those stakes in the ground to keep those big
Yeah.
spider things.
So
And the Bindu kind of helped them out with that. So
I
cool
like
idea.
that I like that they were thinking about doing these, but I'm actually kind of upset that we didn't get these. Like they had them all planned out. They had the drawings, the concepts for them. Like
yeah, Ezra, the green lightsaber, the short hair,
yeah, and
updated outfit.
the blind Kanan. Like
Love that. I
Look
would
at-
have.
look
I
at
would have
stuff
much
we would've
rather have
missed out
Kanan
on.
with a lightsaber though than that stupid proximity thingy.
yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, for this version with the blindfold or whatever, the helmet on, I'm fine with that. But like, if they did another version with like his eyes where they were white or something
Mm-hmm.
with a lightsaber, that would be cool too.
I honestly would love to see a version like this with a lightsaber. You know, it would be awesome. Or let's get one of him holding back the fire from his finale scene.
Yeah.
You know, his final scene in the
Yeah.
series. That would be dope.
Yeah.
I mean,
But I'm disappointed we didn't get these. Like seeing
Yeah.
these, they
Great-
look cool.
great concepts, man.
Oh yeah,
No doubt. These would have sold like hotcakes.
yeah, for sure. And they would have gone up in price, especially like
He
this
even gave
Ezra and
Ezra
stuff.
a little bit of little battle scars there. He's got some
Yeah.
scratches by his eye. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a cool concept. Solid.
Yeah, for sure. Then the last two. So the one on the right is Padme from Revenge of the Sith, and then the other one I believe is Leia from Rebels.
Yeah,
From when
I
she-
think you're
'cause
right.
she
'cause
showed up-
did have a,
She showed up a couple times in Rebels,
yeah, she did.
so I think that's Princess Leia from Rebels there.
I do
Both
too.
which are cool. And we need more Padme Funko Pops.
Oh, I think Andrea is going to riot after seeing this
Oh, yeah.
concept. This concept was done.
she's gonna
right
she's gonna send a letter into Funko right away, and she's gonna be like, can you please make
Can you
this
please make this one?
Padme
Just if
a
anything, just
Funko
this
Pop?
one.
Yeah,
One of one if you need.
right.
Yeah, I hope they do
Yeah,
make this one.
that'd be great.
This would be, yeah. I mean, that's a fantastic. I mean, that's a fantastic shot or sculpt of Padme at her
Yeah.
final scenes, right? In Revenge of the Sith. I'd love
Yep.
that one. That's a great looking pop.
Yeah. Absolutely. So let's move into our main discussion now, because this is all the news and rumors that we have for this past week. Hopefully this coming week we get some reveals for SDCC. Fingers
Ooh.
crossed, because there should be some sodas coming. Hopefully that young Leia with the Lola droid will be coming. That would be
Saw's
cool.
Ventress sodas. Now that you got me down the dark path of sodas, damn it, I want a Saw's
Right.
Ventress.
Right. So let's jump into our main discussion.
I speak.
The ability to speak does not make you intelligent.
So we are talking about the best Jedi Funko Pops. We're not limiting ourselves to our top fives. There are probably a couple from each of our lists on here, along with some other ones that we haven't mentioned before. So let's just go through the list of these Jedi Funko Pops, starting with a 3-pack. So this is the Force Ghost 3-pack with Anakin Skywalker, Yoda, and Obi-Wan Kenobi. And for me, this set is a great set. This is the first set that I think they really did a phenomenal job on the.
Yeah, I love the way they did the paint scheme on these.
Yeah, it's different, like layers of glow in the dark, where some layers are darker, some layers are lighter.
So nice. This is done so nice. I love this one.
And with I think they did the Luke Skywalker, the one that you just pre-ordered. I think they did it in the same style.
Oh,
if I'm not mistaken. So
the Entertainment Earth one, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's a gorgeous looking way to do them.
Yeah.
As opposed to just all monotone. This is so much better, so much more detail in them. And you get three great Jedi in one. I mean, how could you miss
right out of the movie too, so that's great. Yeah, I love this. So do you have these ones? I have them.
I do have these. I have not photographed these yet because again, I'm always waiting for the right timing and situation and lighting.
I mean, 40th anniversary of Return of the Jedi, so you got to do it this year.
Yeah, I guess. I don't really care about the when they get done, as long as they're done in a way that evokes the emotion that when you see it, you're like, oh, I know that scene.
Yeah.
That's all I try to do.
Yeah. So the next one is an older pop. And these are all in no particular order. We're not ranking them at all. They're just what we think are the best ones. So this is number 96, Kit Fisto. I don't have this one yet.
Me neither. I
would love to get this one. They've made some really good Jedi, but at the same time, still not enough Jedi.
You know what I find interesting, though, Chris, is when we're looking at this one, for instance, a Kit Fisto, it's an earlier pop. It's back when they kind of had more of that hero pose.
Yeah.
Look at all the detail in his face and in his wardrobe.
And his head and stuff. Yeah.
I mean, for an earlier pop in that Star Wars,
quite a bit of detail.
Line, this was phenomenal. I mean, his eyes weren't just, that little brown that they give around, because he's kind of that underwatery creature-y thing.
Yeah.
It's so cool. This is
well done. A lot of detail. Yeah.
Especially for when this came out. We're like in the 600s, getting close to 700s, and this is 96. Yeah. So this is very early on in the Funko collecting.
Yeah. So this is one that we both need to get, but definitely on my list of ones to get for sure.
Yeah, this is one that if I kind of see it and it's, out in the wild.
Right, yeah, if it's a good price,
I might just jump on that.
Yeah. So the next one, again, similar to that, number 97, Plo Koon. Walgreens exclusive. Same thing. Hero pose, but like the detail on his head and stuff and on his mask and his
this is
robes.
Another good one. Yeah. Agreed. Like all the sculpting just into that face is just amazing. I haven't seen this one in the wild. I wonder if Dave Filoni has him in a huge warehouse and he's got him in boxes by
I mean, people do have it. Like I've seen this in people's collections, not in person, but I've seen people.
I really want this one. This one, you know what the funny thing is? I have not seen one of these in someone's collection that's in a box. which I
Right?
always thought was kind of interesting. Like, I don't know, it was so early on, people were discarding boxes or whatnot, but I've rarely seen them in a box, unless
Yeah.
you're buying it, of course. But on collector shelves, I always see them out of box. So I want this one. Box, no box. I need to have this Plo Koon.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Same. Um, so then the next one, we're moving into some Rebels pop. So Kanan, I have this pop, and
I
it's a
do
great
too.
pop. Yeah,
Beautiful, beautiful
yeah.
detail.
Again, they're kind of in that hero pose, but they're kind of. I think this was like a transition point where they're kind of trying to slowly transition out of the hero pose and try different things because you can see Kanan's a little bit angled. He's not like dead on like with the arms out,
Correct,
right?
correct.
So
And
they're
there's so
kind of
much
trying
detail.
some stuff. Yeah,
Yeah, and there's so much detail in all the gear and belts and
yeah,
so much detail on that one.
yeah,
Really great looking. And one thing, as this series, the Rebel series, they were very true. And correct me if I'm wrong. I think they're very true. Funko is very true in the color scheme because Rebels had a very specific color palette in its animation,
yeah,
and kept very true to that, even in the Funko Pops, which is very difficult, I think, to pull off. But they did it. I mean, they all
yeah,
have kind of the yellows and the greens and the orange and the purples are that kind of muted but soft, and they did a great job executing that into a Funko sculpt.
yeah,
Love.
for sure. Yeah. So of course we got the master on our list, so we have to have the apprentice, Ezra. This is one that I don't have. I am after this one though.
I do have this one,
Such a great pose.
and he's got the lightsaber that I wish they
Yes.
made as the legacy lightsaber.
Yeah. I mean they. I've seen people review this lightsaber from other companies, so you can get it
Correct.
from another company. So if you
I
really
will.
wanted one, yeah,
I'm gonna have to. The staple gun is just such a.
yeah,
I think for me it was the first time like I saw a lightsaber that he was able to configure to also use as a blaster.
yeah. That's
What?
awesome.
That was like, to me that was just like revolutionary. It's like, oh my, that's awesome.
Yeah, like came from the genius mind of Dave Filoni. So
Yeah, and it just kind of showed something different about Ezra, right? Because each Jedi forges and builds his own lightsaber, right?
yeah,
So
absolutely.
to have that was so unique. It kind of made me think, here's a young kid that doesn't know about Jedi and doesn't know, like, as Obi-Wan would say, blasters are, a very crude and, lame weapon.
Yeah,
But here Ezra as a young kid's like, well, I could use a blaster too, and built that in, not even knowing any of that past history. And it just kind of made me feel his lightsaber is more unique to him. And
yeah,
when he went
for
with the
sure.
green one, still cool, because this gets broke. Spoiler alert if you haven't watched Rebels yet. But
Yeah,
I really wish when he rebuilt it, he did something more like this again. I love this
yeah,
idea. Great
yeah,
pop though. Great
yeah.
pop.
Great pop, great pose. Again, lots of detail on his outfit and stuff.
Yeah, to me it was the hair. This is one of the first Star Wars Funko Pops where I thought that the hair detail kind of broke the mold for the
Improved.
most
Yeah,
part. Yes.
yeah, yeah, for sure. So the next one is another grail for me, anyways. Like I know it's not super expensive; it's only maybe like $40 or $50, but it's still one that I need to get. Mace Windu, number 172. Do you have this one?
I do have this one.
Oh, you do.
I do have this one. I
Yeah.
do.
You haven't
Um,
photographed him yet, though, have you?
You know what's funny? I actually was trying to. I bought the 3-pack with the Emperor, the Wookiee, and then the Clone Trooper
Yep.
to actually shoot a scene. The scene with Emperor Palpatine and Mace Windu battling.
Yep.
Um, and of course, I was kind of getting into finding some 3D printed diorama stuff. I was going to buy that throne room with that window just to
Yep.
pose Palpatine and them in. I just haven't, dropped the money on it because there's other things I've been throwing the money
But
towards.
now you've been experimenting with the Photoshop AI. You could just take an image from there and put these two in it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to play with that a little bit. It's funny you mention that because I've been actually pulling up backdrops with characters in them and ripping them right out and been like, oh, there we go, and saving the backdrop. And like now I've got a folder full of future backdrops for future shoots.
Nice.
But yeah, I really like this Mace Windu. I honestly feel that we have to correct this Funko. We need
Another
a
one.
couple Mace Windus. Like,
Oh
yeah,
yeah, for sure.
like I'm
Yeah.
surprised we didn't get the Mace Windu with the lightsaber, coming across Count Dooku's neck, saying this party's over. Like, come on,
Yeah.
like anything. Even him fighting Palpatine, where he's got his lightsaber there, and then they could do a movie moment that would be epic.
Yeah, for sure.
I'd love to see another Mace, but this one
I'm shocked. I'm shocked that they don't have another one. But yeah, I do
this
need
is
to
one
get
of
this
those ones that I actually went to my local Walgreens up the block from me, and just how you're doing errands, you're like, okay, I know this place has a Funko. Let me check the aisle. I was going down the aisle, and it was like oh my god, did I get a glimpse of purple? And I reached back over, and sure enough, there was one. And I was like,
man.
oh, I know I already had a bunch of other stuff, and I probably shouldn't have had money to buy that, but I was like, dude, I'm getting it because I don't know when I'll see it again, and I never have.
Yeah, I still have yet to see this in person. So.
Yeah, finding again, I'm a fan of when you're collecting. If you find them in the wild, it just there's something about that excitement. I don't know if it's the nostalgia of being a kid and going to your Kiddie City or Toys R Us or Toy Store at the time, and going, you save your action figures. Then were like $4. You save your $3 or $4 worth of pennies. You make the pilgrimage to your local toy shop, and you got your action figure.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
It was always exciting when they had the newest ones that you don't have in your collection, and you finally, grabbed that and you looked at the back and like, that's one more off that list that I got. So I think that nostalgia is why we still, when we see these in the wild, probably enjoy finding them.
Yeah, for sure. So the next one is number 222. It's a duel on Mustafar. Another great Funko Pop. So much detail on this one too.
Yeah, I don't have this, and I was a Smuggler's Bounty subscriber.
Yeah.
What happened for mine was when my subscription started and renewed, I had missed the first box, and it ended right before the last, and I didn't even know it ended. My subscription ended. I was just waiting for this to come, and then I realized my subscription ended. I'm like, oh, dude, I'm not getting it now.
Yeah, I would love to get this one. I think the price is up there on this one, though.
It is. That's why I haven't gone for it yet.
Yeah.
Again, I just like you. When a pop gets so high, am I going to blow that money on one, or could I get several for that same asking price? So that's typically how I rationalize what I get. Because again, I like to photograph and I like to have more to my collection. So for me, when something gets too ridiculously in the price, I'll opt to kind of take that money and put some towards other brands I want rather than that one. But this is one.
Yeah, that's the same with me. Like I'd rather get 2 or 3 pops for the same price.
Yeah, maybe call it frugal, but I do want this one. But at the asking price right now, I just want to buy it at a fair price. I expect someone to raise the price a bit, but some of the prices, I mean, come on. Even as a collector, you got to realize you're just gouging at this point.
Yeah,
I as a collector, if I had an extra, I'm looking to sell it, I'd sell it at a fair price just to go to another person that would actually give a crap or care for it. It sounds cheesy, but you want it to go to another collector. This is a great one. And I think the only thing people complain about the only complaint is that it really should be the opposite side. Obi-Wan always has the high ground, but the argument would be this is why Obi-Wan jumps off this skiff to go get high ground, because Anakin did have the upper hand.
Yeah.
So, but awesome pop.
Yeah, well, and again, with most of these details on this one, they're just phenomenal.
100%. This is a great movie moment, and unfortunately, it was a Smuggler's Bounty exclusive. Again, I really wish Amazon and Funko brought that back.
Yeah, for sure. I wish they did too. Because even though I couldn't get it up here in Canada, or it was a little tougher, anyways, I was still able to get some on Facebook Marketplace. So I would like them to bring this back.
If they bring it back, maybe you get a company in Canada like K-Dog and Fish, and they have, someone in the States that they order things like that through, that you could get them. Because this Smuggler's Bounty was great. I can't tell you how many great pops I've gotten from that subscription box.
Yeah, for sure. There were a lot of really, really great ones. So hopefully, we can hope, right? So the next one we have another Clone Wars pop here. Obi-Wan Kenobi from the Clone Wars. Great pop.
Yes.
Yeah, this was in that first wave of Clone Wars pop. So number 270. again, lots of nice detail on this one.
Love this one. I know what it was is the Obi-Wan in that Clone Wars armor just sold it to me. 100%. And like we
Yeah,
mentioned earlier, they got the little bit of angularity with the beard, like they did with Dooku here at the Obi-Wan. Great job. Nailed
right?
it.
Yeah,
Nailed it.
for sure. Great one. So the next one is Anakin Skywalker, number 271, who goes with this. And we just mentioned the 2-pack earlier in the show, so like you have to have Anakin on the list.
Have to. Especially in Clone Wars gear. That
Yeah,
the maroon and the blue.
yeah,
It's
they go
so
so well
cool.
together. Yeah,
Yeah. Have to.
yeah. So then moving on to the next one, we have Cal Kestis, Gaming Greats number 337 with BD1. Great looking Funko Pop. Again, detail on his outfit. You got the scar on his face there. I haven't played Jedi Fallen Order or Survivor actually yet because I just you know what I don't have enough time right now to be playing
Yeah, I didn't get
games with.
Survivor either, Christopher. I have Jedi Fallen Order, and I just need someone to come over my house who's more
Yeah,
dexterous with a joystick to get
I
me
don't have
past the
time.
level.
I don't have enough time. There's not enough hours in the day
No,
with like work and
I don't. I have games. I have Squadrons. I have this. I've got
yeah,
Battlefront. I don't have enough time to play, and eventually when I do have the time, what am I doing? I'm doing my Funko photos, so
yeah.
I'm kind of
That's
doing that.
exactly it.
But if someone wants to come by my house and get me past this one stupid level I'm on, it's we're sliding down and you got to jump to get on the ropes and swing from rope to rope. I'm like
Yeah,
really early on in the game, and it's been 2 years, so that's why I didn't even go and buy Survivor. I love watching all the playthroughs that Andrea and Tony were doing, but
yeah,
over at Star Wars Sith and the Padawan Chronicles,
yeah,
it was fun to watch. I didn't really. I'm not. I'm not that great at video games anymore. I once was, but not any longer.
yeah. Absolutely.
I think I've
So
reverted back to like when you were first learning how to play them, and you
yeah,
watch adults play, and you're like, trying to get the character over here, and your whole arm and body's moving. I feel like I'm one of those guys now.
yeah, yeah.
I'm not as good as I once was, but that way.
You're one of those guys. You're like my mother-in-law. Then when she's playing like Mario Kart, you're steering with your whole body. You're like,
Probably. Like I was practically throwing myself at the TV. At one point, I almost threw the remote. Because I was like, come on! Like I've been at this for an hour and a half. I just need to get across. It was so frustrating.
you're like
So
jump,
frustrating.
jump, jump.
Yes, that is. I do that. Like, and I used to be really good. I used to play Ghost Recon all the time. But
Yeah,
again, the older you get, the better you were, right? So I'm just not as
yeah,
good as I once was on the video games. But
yeah,
this pop, Chris, great pop, love it. And one of the things I enjoyed about this is it came with the little BD1 because we only
yeah.
have that. I think this and the
Cat
Cad
Bane with the
Bane.
Toto 360. Yeah,
Yeah, I really love how they did that. I thought that
I
was
do
slick.
too. Yeah. Uh, you know what? I'm waiting for one with like a Mandalorian pop with Grogu on the base beside him because everyone he's holding him right. I think he needs to be like on the ground beside him.
Have him on the ground with his new round medallion.
Yeah, yeah, right.
You know what I mean? Come on.
So
Or
the next one,
have him there right next to Din Djarin with the paint splats on him.
yeah. So another great one. This one didn't make my top 5 list, but it's another great Funko Pop. Um, Luke with Yoda on his back.
Yeah.
Great pop.
I totally forgot about this too, Chris, until again watching one of those top 5 challenges.
Yeah, yeah,
Noah from Rogue Nation did this, and I totally forgot about this, and I love this one.
yeah. It's
This
just,
is all the
it
mentions
really
that you
is.
and I love about these
It,
Funkos. It's
it
got
really is to. It's tough to limit yourself to 5.
Yeah, it's got 2 great characters, both Jedi. You've got a different base. Anything besides that bland black base. This is everything we like
Yeah.
about when the Funko gets really creative with the sculpt. They nailed this one 100%.
Oh
This
yeah, for
is a
sure.
great pop.
Yeah.
Can't believe it
And
didn't make my
again, the
top 5,
detail.
but
Yeah, it's just you know what I have so many other Funko Pops that I enjoy the poses on more, and there's a couple on here that are on my top 5 list, as I'm sure they are on yours as well. But moving on to the next one, so this is one I don't have. I haven't picked it up yet.
Yeah, I do
The
have
the
this.
Yoda lesson in the Force, number 382, came out around the same time as that last one there with the 40th anniversary of Empire.
Yeah, this is I think a con or a celebration
Yeah,
exclusive.
2020. Yeah,
Yeah.
2020.
I
I
do
guess
have
so.
this one. It's very big. It's one of the bigger pops. It's
Yeah,
almost
I
as
don't
big as
have
the
this one.
Millennium
I would like
Falcon.
to get it, but again, space. Because
Yeah,
like,
this is
you
a
know
bit
what?
larger one,
You know what?
but I love it.
I did a review for my Job of the Hut, so I just opened that thing. Here, I'll show you. Like this thing's massive. I mean, you have it, right?
Yeah, I do. I love them though.
It's massive though.
Yeah, yeah, it is. But even this one, it's not the height of it. It's just
So how wide it is, right?
yeah,
Yeah,
the dimension of it. But I'll take it all day because of all the detail. I mean, it's got
yeah,
background built into it. So if you have a shelf behind you and you want to show it off, this is a great one for that. And like this
yeah.
is definitely going to be on display when I get my basement fixed up.
And the
So
green
good.
acrylic that's supposed to be the water, like it's dual
Dripping out of
purpose
the
there.
engines. I mean,
It's holding the X-wing up as well.
yeah, it's such
So
a unique, creative
yeah,
design. Really well done. This is
yeah,
I think one of the best that Funko's done in a movie moment at all.
yeah, yeah. This is great for
Awesome.
sure. The next one, the Obi-Wan Kenobi, also a Celebration exclusive. The holographic one, and the pose is great. Personally, I'm not a huge fan of the holographic look for this one, but if they did an actual pop with normal colors like this, then I'd be all over it.
I think no, it's different. I
It's
was going to
different.
say,
He doesn't have the hood up,
yeah, exactly. It's
and
a
I
little
think the
different. And I
lightsaber
have,
is the other way.
yeah, he's kind of more of in a defensive mode as opposed
Yeah,
to, a
yeah. I'm just see. It's not that I don't like the holographic ones. I like it if it makes sense. Like if it came out of the story that way. You
no, I
didn't see
understand.
Obi-Wan Kenobi as a hologram, so I don't plan on getting it. But the pose is great. I love the
I
pose.
want this one. Yeah, I agree. I probably won't be able to photograph it in a way that would depict any movie scene because it's
Yeah,
obviously not a movie scene or anything. But I want it. I just want it. It's so cool. I wish I could have been like Tony, walked in, grabbed one right off a shelf, and paid the retail price.
right.
That's awesome. Um, I this is one I again I don't understand why the collectors have to gouge on the price. I don't. And I understand
Yeah,
paying tickets to get to a con or a celebration to be able to get your hands one. Understand the upping the price of that.
yeah,
And I guess limited editions, I get that's going to bring the price up. But to
yeah.
where these things are well over a
Oh
grand,
yeah, like
come on.
yeah, it's crazy. It's just crazy. But moving on. This is the one. This is another one that I do have. He
I
didn't make
have
my
this.
top 5 list because there's so many. Like I said, I have quite a few that are that I feel are better poses. But this one is still
Yeah.
a great one. Like
You know
if
what?
I did like
I
top
totally
10, he
forget
would be in
about
my
this
top
one.
10.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I forget about this one. And I have two of these. I have
yeah.
two of
Oh,
these.
jeez.
I have one that has the Amazon exclusive and the other one with the other sticker on it, which
Right.
I'm not sure which one's better to keep and have, but I have two versions of this.
Yeah.
Um,
It
I
is a
think,
great pop. Like I said,
yeah,
if
I
I
need
did a
to
top
photograph this
10,
guy.
it would be in my top 10 for sure. Like, this
Yeah,
is
I
way
like
better
him.
than the original hero pose. My only gripe with this one, and I mentioned it in my review when I reviewed it, is the base.
The brown
Because
base.
well, the base is, if you look at it, it's kind of like the Naboo, or not. Is it
I
the
thought it was
Naboo
the
or is it
Jedi
the
Council
Jedi
thing
Council? Yeah,
possibly.
the floor.
Yeah,
But
when you
the
see it from the
packaging,
top, it does
yeah,
have
the
that floor pattern.
packaging says Qui-Gon Jinn Tatooine. So they should have renamed it
Mm.
Coruscant, right?
Yeah, see, the other thing is, I don't remember him kind of doing that with the lightsabers much. Maybe it was in the very beginning, but I thought maybe
Yeah, it
this
wasn't on
kind of comes from
Coruscant.
when he does the chance dice or something. I don't.
No,
There
I
wasn't
think
many times he did this kind of
this
force
was on
thing.
Naboo. The pose is from Naboo. The base is from Coruscant, and the box is Tatooine. I'm still waiting for like him with the poncho from his duel with Maul, because we got that Maul That was a 2019 Celebration exclusive. We need the
Yeah,
Qui-Gon to go with him.
that's a great call. I forgot that he even had the poncho.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I agree.
great Funko Pop. Yeah. Despite its flaws, it's still a great Funko Pop.
Love it. It's
Yeah.
one of the first ones I remembered with the hand kind of extending to kind of show the force,
Yeah.
from
Yeah.
the Jedi. Because we've only had really Ezra, had done that in his. This was a good one. I love this one.
Yeah. Me too. And then another one that's another great one from the sequel trilogy. So I know there might be a few people who don't like this one, but I thought it was a great one. There's this one and the one where she's holding the two sabers. That is another good one.
Yes,
But I think a lot of people like the yellow lightsaber better for Rey.
I do.
So
I mean, for me, it's a double-edged lightsaber or sword for me. I like this one
because
because
they're
one,
both great poses.
great pose. I mean, I love you got the kind of hair blowing, and you even got the hair kind of blowing in her face.
Her robes flowing
Yeah.
in
And
the
the
wind.
yellow lightsaber is that iconic scene from the end of Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah,
It's got that her own lightsaber, right, which is cool looking.
yeah,
And it's yellow. Like for me, when I did my Galaxy's Edge, my Savi's build,
yeah,
I picked the blue crystal because you couldn't get a yellow. But I did an elemental lightsaber, and I actually chose a yellow crystal to put in it, and that's why I even have that as in our logo like that
yeah.
with the yellow lightsaber. Not because of Ray, because I ever since I saw the Tales of the
Temple
Old
guards.
Republic with the two twin brothers fighting, and they had yellow lightsabers.
Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna say because of what is it, Clone Wars with the Temple guards? They had the yellow
Yes, they
lightsabers
had
as
the
well.
yellow. I just thought the yellow was so different, so cool. Like,
Oh yeah,
kind of
something
not many
different
people
for
had it.
sure.
So when she came out with it, I was like, all right, that's cool because they're bringing it. But you know what? And coming to think of it, I would love to see a Funko Pop of the two twins from the Tales of the Old Republic, especially the one that gets his face cut and he has to wear that kind of half, kind of Vaderish looking mask. That was
Yeah,
a great pop. He had a yellow lightsaber, but love this pop. It's a very well executed in the
yeah.
sculpt. I mean, it's beautiful. I've been
Oh
actually
yeah,
waiting
for
for a
sure.
nice sunset to photograph this pop here, and I might try to get one this summer of this one.
Waiting for that nice twin sunset, eh?
Yeah, I want a nice. What I think would look nice is I can shoot this at a beach where I can get a nice, really orange and purpley, like really cool sunset. I think
Yeah,
it will make this pop even a little bit more, especially when I go to put a yellow lightsaber, because it'll kind of. I'm hoping for some more purpley hues and orangey hues in it, so it
yeah,
has a little more separation. Because trying to do the lightsaber effect in daylight as opposed to darkness doesn't always look good. So I'm
yeah.
really hoping to get a saturated backdrop to do this. But
That'd be
yeah.
awesome. Yeah. So the next one is number 453. This is a retro collection Luke Skywalker. Again, like I'm not personally a fan of the look of it. The pose is cool, but the look of it, like I didn't collect these ones.
I did, and I do like this one, and I have this one because this is what the comic book when I was a kid had on it, and
Yeah,
I was always bothered, like everybody's like red lightsaber, what
yeah,
so I had to get it because it brought that nostalgia back, and I really actually love the retro series. I think it was
yeah.
one of my
I mean,
favorite
I
series.
do like the retro series. I just personally I don't want to add them to my collection,
Yeah, and they could
but
have
I
done
do
a
like
little
them.
bit more with the Luke pose, because it could have made him a little more powerful in the posing and the
Yeah.
stance.
I mean, you know what? I do like this one over the concept series Luke Skywalker that looked like a female.
Yeah, I
So
can't deny
yeah,
that. I agree.
yeah,
I think that if they did him, even in the how they did the movie poster, and he's a little bigger, but his stance, there's more like his front leg is like really stretched out front, like he's aiming.
yeah,
If you're gonna do that kind of, if you could have done that in this deco, that as your paint as they did, with a little bit more emphasis on the stance, because even when you see the comic book, he has a more
yeah.
aggressive stance without coming across. So just kind of again, they dialed it in a little bit, but I do like it. I do
You know
like it.
what I'd like to see just for fun, Funko. Give us a series of Funkos of like Darth Vader, Luke Skywalker, Princess Leia, Chewbacca, all in that Kenner Power of the Force 2 lineup where they're all on steroids.
Oh, the power! No, no, I'd
Yeah,
rather them go the
give us a
original kind of
version.
look.
No. Give us that version where like their bodies are a little bit beefier and like,
Luke looks like he's on He-Man.
yeah, He-Man, Luke, and like Leia's like pumping. She looks like she's been hitting the gym. Give us those versions with the Funko Pop head. I think that'd be funny. I would buy those.
Well, we did get. It's funny you mentioned it. We did get a. I think was it Tony on his Mandalorian did the bait Boba Fett exclusive. That one I do want to photograph.
Like a vintage figure.
Yeah, I love that look of that version of the Fett.
Yeah, and then,
but
and
I
then we did get the 3-pack, the Greedo Hammerhead, and
yes, that looks exactly like.
And we mentioned that in our last video with the aliens and creatures like that.
I might have to do a
right
series
from the
of
retro collection,
making them look
vintage.
like they're in retro packaging or something, because I really love that. I love that.
That should be a challenge. That should, well, not a challenge, but that should be something you should do on your channel, and show us the whole process of how you took the photo.
We just might, Chris. That's a great idea.
Do it.
We might see that coming up end of July. You mark my words. We're going to see at least the Fett will start with that.
You heard it here first, folks.
There you
Patrick's
go.
going to be
an idea, and I'm swinging at it. I like that. That's a great idea.
Yep.
We'll make that happen. Just for you.
So the next one is from the from the Mandalorian season 2. Ahsoka with the hood up. I don't have this one. I have the other one. I don't have this one, but I do really want to get this one.
Really? You don't? I'm surprised.
Yeah,
you don't
it's an Amazon exclusive.
God, this one's awesome.
That's probably part of the reason why I didn't pick it up yet.
Damn, this one's awesome.
You know what? I see a lot of people selling it online. It's on Aussie Collectibles, so I will get it
before
eventually.
August. Pick it up, because I guarantee when Ahsoka drops, this Ahsoka will drop. This price will go up.
Yeah, unfortunately. So yeah, I'll have to get this one. But it is such a cool pop.
So much detail on this one.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like even the belt, I was blown away because I bought this Ahsoka's Jedi belt as part of my cosplay when I was down in Galaxy's Edge. Her belt is so cool and unique, unlike all the others. Look very similar, but I love the round piece and all the little beads and dangles off it. I bought it. I thought it was awesome. So I actually use Ahsoka's belt in my Jedi garb.
Yeah, and just to go a little off topic, I saw that they're selling outfits from the Star Cruiser on the Disney website, and you can get tunics. You can get like tunics and stuff.
Yeah, you could get the Bail Organa, the long and the long jacket and the t-shirt. You can get both the Jedi training tunic and the gray formal Jedi tunic. I own both of those. I did buy them when I was on it.
Oh, so why aren't you cosplaying?
What's that?
I said, why are you not doing any cosplay photos? Posting those?
Because probably I'm waiting for Rhode Island Comic-Con, and I think this year, if I go, my goal is to. I was originally going to go to New York City Comic-Con. That Saturday sold out so quick this past week.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take the funds for that and dedicate it towards getting I think I'm going to do Deck Officer for 501st. So I'm going to try to get that. Like I got to get the boots and the outfit and all the little greeblies and stuff. I'm going to put focus to get that ready so I can go to Rhode Island Comic Con.
Yeah.
For the first time as a 501st member.
When does that take place?
November.
Oh, November. So you got some time.
I do have time, and I have a good friend of mine and Masonic brother, Rob Lindbergh, is going to be doing with me. Now, Rob has gotten me into it because he is an R2 builders club. So he actually built a life-size R2-D2 with lights and sound. And years back, we had a Christmas thing, decorate your cubicle area. And someone really went for the gusto and had the Polar Express train going over his head like it was the ice. And I was like, I can't let this guy even go without any real competition. So I was like, I need R2-D2. So like the next morning, everyone comes in. I have a life-size R2-D2, lights blinking, and I wrapped him like he got caught up in all the Christmas lights decorating my cubicle.
Yeah.
Awesome.
That's awesome.
Awesome. So yeah, I am gonna cosplay, but those Jedi robes, I don't think you can officially have that with your obviously not 501st, but the Alderaan base, the Rebel Alliance version of 501st. I don't think it 100% qualifies in that. You have to make it look like
Yeah,
this.
I
But
mean,
I
you
could
know
just have
what?
fun and dress as a Jedi and my own.
Yeah, I was
Jedi.
gonna say like you don't have to join the 501st
No,
to
no.
cosplay. So, but
But the reason I like to is because we have the Hasbro Children's Hospital here,
yeah,
and it's nice. I mean, they every night they have different organizations will drive up onto this hill, and I don't know if you people know about this. It's really heart to the heartstrings, man. But they every night at lights out, the state police, the Providence police, and whatever group, and there's constant groups always doing it. They drive up and they flash all their lights.
yeah,
Just a
nice.
really neat, heartfelt thing for the kids that, a
Yeah,
lot of those kids are terminal,
yeah,
and it sucks. So to kind of have some kind of joy in their life. And I always wanted to kind of do that where I can go and see the
that would
kids,
be cool.
yes, bring some happiness by sharing
Yeah,
my love of Star Wars with their love of Star Wars.
yeah,
And just bring some happiness at a time when
for
it just
sure.
sucks. So
Some,
that's why I'm going to get involved. But yeah, going to a con, it'll be fun. I
yeah,
think I'm choosing the tech officer first, so I don't have to spend as much money on the other pieces, but I can add on, and also I
yeah,
won't have to be stuck wearing a helmet all day.
yeah, for sure. So getting back on topic here.
So
Um,
sorry about that.
oh, that's okay. So we got another one. This is another great one, and this is one that I didn't think of adding to my top five. I'm not sure that I would have, but it is a great pop. Maybe in my
Love it.
top 10 if I did a top 10. I got it actually. This is when I got a really good deal on. I think I paid like $10 or $20 for it.
Woo, that's a steal.
Yeah,
That's a steal. Yeah, that's a great price. I love
yeah.
this one. This is
Oh, it's a great
great.
one. Yeah, yeah. They did a great
Real
job on
one of
this
my
one.
favorites of all the Grogu's for sure.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. They did a great one on this one, and it lights up and makes sounds, and
Lights and
yeah,
sound again.
yeah,
Keep going this direction. You're scratching the surface on awesomeness. This is
yeah.
awesome.
I would prefer to see the deluxe ones with the lights and sounds like this than the standard size ones.
No, I agree. Especially if you're doing the 10-inch. I'll be honest. I bought that 10-inch, like
Yeah,
down Vader. Am I happy with it? I mean, I like it. I love it. But would I love it more if it was? Yeah, honestly thought since it was releasing after Obi-Wan, we would have gotten some updated phrases. It was to me
yeah,
a larger version and recycling the sound bites, but it's
yeah,
cool.
yeah. Very cool. So the next one we have one that was actually on my top five list. Luke Skywalker 501 from the Mandalorian season 2 finale. Great Funko Pop, and this is the one that
Love it.
they Jay Riz based your
The
custom one
hood
off of.
portion, yeah, because I think he originally was doing an older Obi-Wan version of the hood, and to me, I
Yeah,
kind of look like Qui-Gon, a Mundi guy, and I look like a cone head with that hood. I didn't like it, and
yeah,
I started to fashion this as a hey, use this as reference, and photoshopped it myself to kind of get an idea, and I knew it would work. And he turned around within hours of saying, "Could you tweak it like this?" Out, boom, it was done, and he sent it back. Loved it. Love this
yeah,
pop though.
yeah. Great
It's the
looking pop.
hood. To me, it's the pose, the scene and moment, and the hood on that. It's so
Yeah,
cool. Hopefully
yeah.
they continue this as hoods going forward.
Right. Yeah, such a great pop. This was an immediate purchase for me. Like I bought this like as soon as I saw it in stores.
But didn't this come out somewhat close to when the moment happened in the finale? I don't think it was too far after they
Yeah,
announced.
you know what? Honestly, I can't remember. I don't know if it came out that close, but it came out within like a couple months at
Yeah,
least.
I felt this came closer. Like we always
Yeah,
talking about not hitting it at the hype moment. This
yeah,
came as close as it probably gets.
yeah, yeah. I think so. Aside from like the Grogu pops that came out like right after
Yeah,
the first episode, right?
Grogu is a cash cow. Come on.
Yeah. Moving into the next one. Again, this one was on my top five list. If you haven't seen that, so definitely check out my top five Jedi Funko Pops. I did top fives for Sith as well. Mandalorian, Vader. I have Troopers coming out later this week. But this one is very high on my Jedi list. This
Nice.
one's such a great pop.
Yeah, I
the
love
two
this
sabers. Yeah,
Love this. Yeah, this was I think on my list as well. I love this.
this was one that they missed the mark on because of the 20th anniversary of Attack of the Clones. They released this like at the end of the year, and then with all the issues with Amazon and stuff like it, a lot of people didn't get this right away.
Yeah, I think I ordered it October 7th, October 8th. And
Yeah.
it only locks in my mind because that was when I was on my Disney trip. It was the first day at Disney, and I remember sitting in front of Space Mountain making sure I pre-ordered while waiting in line.
Yeah, your
But-
wife said, "Get off your phone."
Yeah, no, she
You're
was
like,
"What are
"This
you
is
doing?"
important."
Getting a souvenir. But no, I the only thing is I finally got, so I ended up going, I think like you and others,
Aussie
we bought them
collectibles.
through Aussies or whatnot.
Yeah,
But I bought it through an alternative method, and still just recently got this shipped from Amazon. I mean,
so now you
it
have
was
two
like
of them.
8-9 months later, I finally got it. So I have it, and I'm saving it for possibly a giveaway. I think this
Yeah.
would be one. When I get to a 500, subscribers on my YouTube channel, this will be one
Or-
I want to give away.
Here's an idea: do a custom.
A custom.
If you can find a Mace Windu or something, a similar head to that, and paint the hands black, you got yourself a Keller and Beck without the robe.
Ah, that's true. I haven't thought of that.
But a giveaway would be good too. You're getting close to 200 subscribers, but
Yeah,
500 subscriber giveaway.
199. I think I'm one away.
Look at you, man!
Woo!
You're getting up there.
Moving on up.
Someone go subscribe to Patrick right now. Get him to 200 subscribers.
Break that 200 barrier.
Right?
But no, I'm excited for it. Like I said, probably here on my own channel, I get excited. It's for me. I did this for the pure fun and enjoyment of
Yeah,
it. I
same.
share my passion, and I get to hang out. And I met such a great group of friends
Yes.
through this whole adventure.
Yeah.
Getting to 200 to me, it's a small little goal. It's a big goal for me. It's a small goal for me. It's all working towards getting to 500 or whatnot and 1,000. But I just enjoy what I do, and at least everything's organic. People that
Exactly.
are subscribing are enjoying the content or enjoying the images I create, and that's all I can ask for. I mean,
Yep.
whatever.
sure.
It's fun. It's
It
fun.
is. Yeah. So moving on to the next one, another retro series, Obi-Wan Kenobi. Again, I don't collect them. I do like the retro series. This was probably my least favorite of the retro series,
Blasphemy! Blasphemy!
just because of the color.
What? Well, all right. Color. Again, it looks exactly like the comic books.
From the comic book. Yeah,
Exactly
That's-
like it, because I said the
I'm
same
like-
thing. It should have had, but no, he had the purpley,
Yeah.
and the way they did the robes and the lightsaber.
Yeah.
So
yeah. I just that's
this is
why.
one of my all-time favorites of the retro. Way better. I like this even better than the Vader retro series, but this one in particular, I just love the posing and everything about it. I think it's absolutely hands down phenomenal. I
Yeah.
love it.
Right. I mean, the pose is great. Like, this is like the same pose as that one that we were talking about earlier. That was similar to the one with the hood up, the holographic one with the hood up. I think this is the pose from that other one. I think it was a Smuggler's Bounty one, actually.
Yes, it is
So-
kind of, but you know what? The sculpt is different. Like the hair and all is completely different. The robe treatment
Yeah.
different. So, because I thought the same thing, it has more that more the defensive stance,
Yeah.
but different pose. I tell you, when I photographed this one, I did like that graphic background and everything to kind of blend it like a comic book.
However, you didn't have this in your top 5 Jedi, though.
I didn't. I thought I did.
Did you? Maybe
I
you
think I
did.
did.
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe
think
I'm
I-
wrong.
I'm almost tempted to pull my PowerPoint.
We'll have to look later.
Yeah, but I think
have to
it
look
did
later.
because this I can't. I'd be remiss if this didn't make it because this is one of my favorite Jedi. I love
Yeah,
it.
I'm trying to think if you did or not. But
It
either
didn't
way,
make my top 5.
like I said, the pose is great. I don't like the paint application on it. I don't like it.
Nailed it. To me, it's true to the comic book, so I
Yeah.
like it.
Yeah. See, that's not one that I'm going to pick up, but it is a great pose. And then our last one is another Power of the Galaxy one. This one was on my top 5 list as well. The floating ray, because
This
they,
is,
they did a phenomenal job with this one,
yeah,
with the
game
ropes
changer.
hanging
We said
down,
earlier.
the pose, the pose, and
Yep.
the acrylic, right? The use of the acrylic,
It doesn't
fantastic.
have a lightsaber, right? Yet it's a
No,
Jedi, and yet it's
using the
really
Force.
cool.
Yep,
Really cool. I
very
love
cool.
this one. I photographed this one, and I think this is one of my favorite Jedi images that I created.
Right.
Because it didn't have a lightsaber and it was different, and it was that iconic scene of her trying to connect to all the other Jedis from the past to kind of
Yeah.
be there in the present with her, and it's just a unique moment. I liked it. I Again, it's just so cool the way her garb is kind of floating downward and everything as she's floating, in the air. It just looked, every detail on it was well done, well thought out. I like it.
Yeah,
Love it.
for sure. Yeah, great pop, great pose. So that does it for our best Star Wars Jedi or best Jedi Star Wars Funko Pops. Let us know in the comments on YouTube. Let us know which ones we should do next, because we did aliens and creatures. I think it was last week, wasn't it? With when we had
Yep.
Steven on. And then Jedi today. So let us know what you would like to see next, because we will probably do a few of these best of Funko Pop
Yeah, because
videos
we get
for
to break
sure.
out and do more than just like when we do our individual top five
Yeah,
on our channels.
yeah,
We can do a lot more, cover a lot more.
and
And,
try and
and
try
I
and
know
cover
there's
it.
tons that we probably left off here that we wanted to make the list, but
Yeah,
again, we do want to keep our listeners and,
and
and viewers here all day.
cover a spectrum for for other collectors, because not all of them are ones that we necessarily like or have in our collection, but other people like them as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely let us know which one you would like to see us do
Yeah, would you like
next.
to see us do a top droids? Because we love creatures and droids a lot, the way
Yeah.
that
Oh
Funko's
yeah,
been
for
doing
sure.
them.
For
So
sure.
I think that would be a fun one to do in the future. Any others? Maybe it's a mix up. Curious. Please let us know in the comments
Yeah.
what you'd like to see us kind of cover a best of, if you will. That would
Yeah.
be nice.
Yeah. But as we end every episode, Patrick, where can people find you when you're not on the podcast?
When I'm not here with you, Christopher, talking all things Star Wars Funko Pop, I'm on my own channel, Toy Photographer, where I create some epic Star Wars Funko images, recreating scenes from Star Wars, iconic scenes from the movies and shows,
Yep.
with my Star Wars Funko Pop. And when I'm not doing that, every once in a while we get a few packages in the mail. We have our version of What's in the Box, which is our version of unboxings. So tune in to see more of that. But when I'm not, that's what I'm doing. What are you doing, Christopher, when you're not on the Star Wars podcast talking all things Star Wars Funko?
When I'm not on the Star Wars podcast talking all things Funko with you, Patrick, I am on my other channel, Seriously Star Wars, doing weekly Star Wars reviews and getting into the top 5 Funkos from my collection. So I'll probably do some more. As I mentioned, I got top 5 Jedi, Sith, Vader, Mandalorian, Stormtroopers coming up. So again, head over there and leave me a comment on one of those videos. Let me know which one you would like to see me do next, which top 5. But thank you all so much for watching on YouTube and listening wherever you find your favorite podcasts, and we will see you in the next episode.